Another game, another win. Liverpool, 8 points clear. Well deserved, I suppose. Scored the most goals in the league, 44 to be exact. It might be 45 now. But either way, it's just you lot are flying and my team isn't. Yeah. The little nervous little laugh? Yeah, there you go. There's that one. But if you ain't been there before, don't like hold your horses. I'm not here to slander your team. I'm not here to be salty. I'm not here to hate. Just I'm gonna break down the game. Yeah. As someone who just enjoys football a little bit more than the next, just gonna break down the game. So hold your horses. But if you do like the video, you can also like it because you're a nice person. It's because you had a nice Christmas holiday and obviously a happy new year, regardless of who you support. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 5-0. I think did that not happen at the start of the season in the cup? I'm pretty sure you already smashed them 5-0 or 5-1 at Anfield. But yeah, look, subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you like stuff like this, anyways. It's always nice to see some comments. It's not easy to talk about Liverpool in the manner that I have to, but I can only go off what I've seen in the game. So let's get straight into it. So this is what we have learned, or how I've broken down the game for what I've seen. It's not like we've learned anything new about some of these players, but I am here to put my hands up about one of them yet again. So, and you might be able to see his name if you know me by now. There's a certain name that I disrespect more than another, one more than some others, really. So, but yeah, look, first half, I think it's easy to say that Luis Diaz's movement was way too much to handle. The false nine that Slot's been deploying him recently a little bit more. Wait until Jota gets his fitness or Nunes decides he wants to become a footballer. Then, yeah. But right now, Luis Diaz in that false nine, picking up in pockets in them spaces where he can drive and becoming more of a nuisance. It proved too much to handle for West Ham today. Alvarez chasing shadows. Soler, one of his worst games I've seen him playing in a West Ham shirt. He's just couldn't pick him up whatsoever. And he got his goal. And you know what? He probably could have had more. Luis Diaz is having an insane season. I know the GA slowed down a little bit during like the last maybe couple months. He's been rotated quite well and he's fresh. And you know what? It's just whether he's playing for a new contract or playing for a move, it doesn't not really matter, because all that matters is obviously securing a title of some sort of significance for Liverpool. And I don't know who I'm going to put as my own man in the match, but he definitely comes close today. But I think it's quite evident to know who really was the man of the match. He's just on every flipping score sheet every week or every game day, anyways. But yeah, thought his movement was definitely something of top quality even. Gakpo is the assassin of this Liverpool team. Player that I used to call Cody Gakpo, and Slot's playing, he's playing in I don't know if it's the same-ish kind of role that he was under Slot, Klopp, but he's just getting a tune out of him. He just knows his role and he knows what to do. That left wing, inside forward, however you want to label it, he's just getting into dangerous positions time after time after time. Cindy Lauper. So for me, it's just like he's just becoming this assassin, I feel like people or the team or the other team barely notices that he's there. Like they're too busy focused on Luis Diaz's because he's doing his shadow movement stuff, or Salah because he's inevitable. Whether it's maybe one of the attacking midfielders, whether it's Curtis Jones, because another one, he plays a little bit like a shadow striker in a version or in a way, or Szoboszlai might have been doing it, but he just comes unnoticed, and before you know it, he gets a goal, gets an assist, and he keeps getting his name on a team sheet time after time. Again, Cindy Lauper, and it's not like his whole game is poor either. He's doing the basics really well. Again today a little bit lucky, I think, unlucky. Sorry. I think he hit the side net in one of them. Could have done better, but he's imposed himself to be a starter for on this Liverpool 11. It's a bit hard to say, who do you want on the left, whether it's Diaz or Gakpo or whoever. It's just that all these players are going to get used one way or another. Literally credit the Slot on that part. And he's got, that 50 million, 35 million, whatever it was for Cody Gakpo. He's looking like an absolute steal at this rate, whether you want to look at him as a starter or not. Mo Salah. I don't know how many times we have to come on a stream or live stream or pre-record, and it just pisses me off. The fact I don't have one of these on my team. And you know what? Not many have one of those on their squads these days. just gets better and better in it by the age. He's like fine wine at this point. He's just getting goals, assists. I think he got a goal and what 2, 3 assists today, something along them lines. Whether it is or not, it's just them. It's just I think he's on course to having his best season. It's usually Salah that I think the question marks is can he keep up for the rest of the season? But he's already contributed so much. It's just how much more does he have to give? This guy was insane today. I thought he could have had a couple more goals, potentially as well. There was one where Trent set him up on a play, or you could say even in the first 5 minutes. It's just he's just inevitable, isn't he? He's just I don't have any more words of significance that can really describe this guy or what kind of footballer he is. He's just massively disrespected. People don't like the way he plays, or he doesn't show up unless he gets a goal or an assist. It's just like today's just one of those days that people will forget. You look at the assist that he did make, or some of the runs he was making, some of the 1v1 in the central areas, even they just couldn't handle him. They can't handle him. It's just, oh man, he's just gonna keep doing it, isn't he? But yeah, he's outrageous. One thing I picked up on though, in the first few goals, I believe out of 2 out of 3 of them, McAllister was involved. Whether it was the ball over the top, where I believe Salah got his goal potentially. I think he left it for who made that run? Was it Trent or Luis Diaz? I can't remember. But he was basically in an offside position. That started with McAllister. And even when it comes to I think it might have been a third goal, McAllister made a tackle, in the middle of the park and set the attack off before, Liverpool scored. Things like that get unnoticed. And I know, we've been seeing like Gravenberch with Jones or whoever, what kind of partnership recently, but McAllister's been unfit and now he's looking like he's back to fitness, up to scratch. You can really see the difference he makes. It means Gravenberch can get taken off because you can trust your the partner over there to do the required role. So again, unnoticed. I thought McAllister was sick. Again, just got better as the minutes went on. West Ham a little bit of joy here and there, but as the game went on, he just controlled it. Couldn't get near him, couldn't tackle him. He's just wicked. Another bargain people don't talk about. He only cost 35 million. I know Brighton are fuming still at that price. How, they worked out what that release clause was or whatever deal it was. That has got to be one of the best signings in recent history in the Premier League anyways, considering my club decides to pay 80 million for someone like Anthony or 60 million for Casemiro. Yeah, I think Liverpool definitely missed like a fit McAllister in the middle of that field. And today showed this is what Liverpool's about. They go from winning 3-1 to Leicester or, drawing or something against Fulham, and then you just got to battle West Ham away from home. So yeah, Slot is starting to trust Endo more. That's something I've definitely learned for myself. Getting more minutes, more games. I thought he was going to phase him out. He's going to be a bit part player. Use him when you need to. He's even being used at centre back. Crying out loud. He's starting to trust him a lot more. And every time Endo plays, he's nothing short of just giving you like a 6.5, 7, maybe a 6. I just think he's just doing his job pretty much. It makes me wonder if, do Liverpool need to go out and go get a couple new central midfielders that, they've been crying out for. DM is one of the names or one of the positions, another 8 potentially, maybe. But yeah, I think Endo's definitely doing a job. Probably going to be his last season in the Liverpool shirt. But, if you've got the trust of the manager, you're going to perform, aren't you? Because if you didn't trust him before, then, you're pretty much, your career is pretty much over. Simple as that. Liverpool must do everything to get Salah to sign a new contract. Because I don't know what the percentage is of what he contributes in total goals of what Liverpool score or whatever. But this man does not stop. He does not stop. Whatever figures he thinks is reasonable for in his mind, Liverpool need to get close to that as much as possible. Where it has to be a 2+1 deal. Salah's not old, Like he's only about 31. Correct me if I'm wrong. He could easily do a 2+1. In 2 years, he might, yes, of course, he's going to slow down. But for me, it's just, guy's a leader, clearly. He sets an example on the pitch, off the pitch. You can probably move him into the middle in his a bit more in the later career, later age, should I say, even. And he will do just as well, whether it's behind a striker, at striker. I don't expect him to be on the wing forever. But imagine in a day where, or a day and age where, like, yeah, his numbers are slowing down. What is it just going to go from like 20, 30 goals to what, 20 goals and then 15 goals? That's still a mad contribution of goals, regardless if it's in the champs, prem, in the cups. Imagine, say, yeah, I'm bringing on Salah. You got, time's moved on, slowing down a little bit, can't manage 90 minutes per game, and you bring on Salah. Yeah, that's going to bring fear into teams and players' minds. I promise you that. He's just gold, literally gold. And I thought slot rotated really well. I know Liverpool got us next. I don't expect to win whatsoever at you lot's ground. Hands up, whatever. But I didn't even know Gravenberch had a yellow left before he before suspension, and also Cody Gakpo. One thing I know, Cody Gakpo likes to score against us, and recent couple games, Gravenberch had a couple of games against us too. So, I thought Slot done that really well, rotated as well, got Jota on the pitch more minutes, got Harvey Elliott more minutes. So there you go, man. I thought it's a well-deserved win. There's no way a rival of any sort, no matter how good or bad you play, if you win 5-0, you want 5-0 in it. Simple as that. 3 points. Someone's going to stop you at some point. New Year's resolution. Stop Liverpool. There you go.